With D23 right around the corner, there is a giant expectation being placed on Disney and Marvel Studios to show us anything from Avengers Doomsday. And well, apparently now there are leaks everywhere in regards to what we can expect, including specific reveals. So let's talk about what exactly we can expect and maybe why we shouldn't overhype ourselves, just in case. So as most of you know, Avengers Doomsday was delayed from May of next year all the way into December. Now, in the meantime, Marvel Studios has nothing that they're putting out in regards to films. Now, of course, they got Spider-Man, but that is a co-production and they keep a smaller portion of the box office. So they need a lot of hits in the upcoming year, from Pixar films to, of course, Mando and Grogu next May. And they're hoping that the upcoming Tron is good enough and brings in enough money, and they know Avatar is a guarantee. But that Marvel train, which sells tons of action figures and units, that's not going to be a big thing till next summer. And then by the time that Doomsday rolls around, we're looking into 2027 for any of that to actually have an impact. So it's going to be a rough year for Disney without Marvel. And of course, even when their box office isn't there, the merchandise and the theme parks benefit from these films, so they're going to be lacking that. Introducing new characters to Disney, which again, the Disney theme parks, they literally live off of that because of how much money they make. They use the films as promotion for all the merchandise and parks, which brings us into the delay and impact of everything and how it's going to impact everything. And as I've talked about in another video in regards to all the leaks we can expect, what's been rumored, what is apparently going to be happening, there is now more that's hit the net that allegedly reveals a lot of things that they're going to put forth in terms of what they show us, the first time reveal of anything, a first look, and revealing Victor Von Doom himself. So as most of you know, the official word on anything Avengers Doomsday is non-existent. Outside of revealing that the film is coming, and if you watched Fantastic Four, you have no idea that Avengers Doomsday is happening. You have no idea that there's another Avengers film. And with the film due out next December, they, again, have a lot of room to fill. So letting people know that there's another Avengers film, and that Robert Downey Jr. is back, which I know we know, but the general audience doesn't know, and the news stations and outlets that are mainstream that are going to cover the announcements from D23, because they do every year, those people don't know, and the people that watch TV don't know. Again, they're not tuned in as we are. This is the type of person that goes, and for the first time, seeing the new Star Wars trailer, they're going to go, oh, wow, there's a new Star Wars film? And everybody's like, yeah, the trailer's been online for like 3 months. And they're like, I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'm not in those circles, you know? This apparently is what Disney is trying to do with D23. So per reports, our first look at Robert Downey Jr. returning, our first look at Victor Von Doom's suit, and how Robert Downey Jr. is going to look with and without the mask is going to be presented by head of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige. And per reports, he is going to bring Robert Downey Jr. on stage. This is where they will be talking about his return, what Victor Von Doom means to the Marvel Universe, hyping up Avengers Doomsday, and how this starts the end of the Multiverse Saga and brings us into the big Secret Wars and the Marvel Reset. And this honestly would make sense, as most people aren't aware of this. D23 is also a trade show for Disney. They have a lot of their partners in attendance, and a lot of deals are being struck backstage, aka partnerships, promotion. And again, they're going to be talking to people who, for the first time, the CEOs and deal makers and partners are finding out this for the first time, and they're pitching them on audience reactions and all this. So this is where they're going to be striking those early deals for massive marketing pushes to have Doctor Doom on 7-Up cans or whatever, and Sprite and Mountain Dew, to the most minor things like big kids meals and things like that. Like, this is where you do that. So this is why Disney would be honestly stupid to not show anything here and potentially wait till next year, because next year it's already too late to start getting that production pipeline. Which brings me to the next part of this video, which I want to address because I've seen the reports out there. We are apparently going to get the first teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday at D23. And when I say teaser trailer, I mean that in the most teaser sense of the word. So once again, Avengers Doomsday is out next December. There isn't a whole lot. There's Spider-Man, but that's co-shared profits with Sony, and Sony gets a bigger cut. So Marvel is going to be without Marvel content that makes money or pulls in views. It's going to be a rough year next year for Marvel without any film of their own. Again, Spider-Man is co-shared up until December. So what we're hearing is that they want to put out a teaser trailer to just sort of whet the appetite. And what's been stated is that this is going to be like the ultimate teaser that you do not get anything from. So here's what I'm getting from this. You guys remember those old school teasers where it's like a voiceover, a couple glimpses, and then a reveal in like the final 3 seconds? If anything, I'm expecting we get that. Do not build yourself up to giant teasers showing all the heroes fighting Doctor Doom, the castle, time travel. They are nowhere near done any of those special effects. So what I would honestly expect, and this is just my expectation, I could be wrong, but my expectation would be you get a voiceover of Victor Von Doom and his Doom voice. And you're going to get highlights of his suit, maybe him sitting in the throne, highlighting like his leg armor, his arms, right? His chest, and then up to the mask. And you're going to have him saying something like, "I am your end. I am your doom." And then he takes the mask off and we see a slightly disfigured Robert Downey Jr. And then he says, "Welcome to Doomsday," or something in a Robert Downey Jr. non-modulated voice. And then Avengers Doomsday, Christmas 27. I'm expecting something like that if anything is shown and nothing more. Some of these reports out there are claiming you're going to get everything. Like you're getting a 3-minute trailer, man. Hulk is sitting there. It is time to have my revenge. I'm obviously using the Avengers Annihilation teaser trailer spoiler, right? But that's what I'm saying. Do not go into this expecting a big trailer. If anything, you're getting the most bare minimum Doctor Doom trailer with the splash logo, reveal of Robert Downey Jr., so they can attach this to every Disney film in the next year and hammer into your head that he's back, we're desperate, and Avengers Doomsday is real. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.